Hi guys, so today I'm here at Nunns Mazda in Grimsby where they're very kindly letting me out in the MX-5. Now this is the GT Sport Tech version, so it's got the 2 litre 181 horsepower engine, and I'm very excited to see if this really is the most reasonably priced sports car you can buy. So let's have a quick look around and then see how we get on driving. Now the GT Sport Tech version comes in this gorgeous metallic grey. It also has 17 BBS alloys wheels and a Bilstein suspension with a front strut brace and a limited slip differential. Now it also has some technological extras such as a reversing camera and quite a reasonable boot space, as we'll see in a second, making it the perfect weekend car to go on that getaway and also still fit your suitcase in for everything you need. And this is also with the roof down, so you can see it's more than enough. Now it also comes with things like stainless steel scuff plates, power operated heated piano black door mirrors and all the optional extras like so. But inside is lovely. You can see here we've got a gorgeous cream leather that contrasts really well, all the technological bits that you need, and it's just a really nice place to be. We also quickly mentioned on the key, the buttons are actually on the side, which is a little bit bizarre, but little key slot in there. Okay, so I'm already noticing the clutch is very light, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. So the most important test of a sports car is how does it sound? Not terrible, it's got potential. I mean, it makes it that bit for everyone, so it can be quiet and more comfortable for longer journeys, but it also has the potential to be a little bit noisier, a little bit louder, that all us yobs like to say. All us yobs may appreciate a little bit more, but it's got a 6-speed manual gearbox. The MX-5 is known for having a fantastic manual gearbox. 2-seater sports car, my favourite sort of car, so I'm quite at home at the moment, but let's see how we get on driving it. Now, the blue sides are just trying to sort of push themselves through, so let's hope I don't regret having the roof down. Now the one thing I have noticed with this, for a brand new car, there's no clear speedometer, there's no digital speedometer, it is all analog. And I feel like the way modern cars are going, there should be a digital speedometer, especially with how accurate speed cameras and stuff like that are. You kind of then playing a guessing game. I'm already noticing the seats are incredibly comfortable. They're very cushioning and lovely. I feel quite luxurious actually. And my favourite thing about this car is where the gear stick is, there's also the armrest. So when you are changing gear, it's so natural just to have your arm on the armrest. I really like that. So Mazda MX-5s have been around for 30 odd years and they have been known throughout the years as one of the best 2-seater sports cars that is also affordable. They start from £23,000, but this one in particular is up for 32. Now you may be thinking that's a lot of money for an MX-5, but this is the top of the range one. It's got the metallic paint, it's got a rear parking sensor, it's the 181 horsepower version, so it's as quick as you can get them. So overall, if you're thinking for a brand new car with 700 miles on the clock, you'd normally be paying for a sports car anywhere 40 grand plus. So to knock 10 grand off straight away, it really is that affordable, reasonable price sports car. Nunns and Grimsby, actually, I've been going over 30 years with Mazda, and they were one of the original garages for the 2004 Formula Women. So they supplied the RX-8s for the Formula Women competition in Cadwell. So it's nice to be sort of coming round full circle with everything. So it's been an absolute pleasure to work with them. If you go to a track day, you will always see quite a few Mark 1, Mark 2 MX-5s, and there's a reason for that. They're front engine, rear wheel drive, they've got a lot of tuning capabilities and they handle fantastically. So being rear wheel drive with the engine at the front, you can get a little bit of play with it, and I think that's what a lot of people like. They like the challenge and they like being able to learn more with a car. But saying that they are a popular car for track, you often see a lot of people cruising with the roof down like today, enjoying themselves, and you can drive it so chilled, so relaxed with the comfy seats, and you've got all the technology in this spec that you don't have to be going fast to make the most of it. You can drive it like a normal car, and I think that's again another benefit of it is it's not one of those you're compromising. You're that happy medium with this car, and I think that's why it is such a popular car. That is the one thing with steering wheel position. I feel very hunched up. I think you can see on camera my arms are very bent and tucked in. So I just need it so the seat's a little bit further back, or the steering wheel a little bit further back, just to be a bit more comfortable with driving. I think I'll get a lot of arm ache doing this, and you've not got the best feel for handling. But my seat is in the right position for the pedals, so it's not quite as Becca made, let's say, because I've got incredibly long arms, so I am just an anomaly. Now the MX-5 is always renowned for being a B-road king, so let's put that to the test. Especially with the roof down, you feel like you're going faster than you are. It's a little bit windy. With a car being so light, it only weighs 1,150 kilograms, which for modern day car standards is really, really light. And all the weight's on the front, so the back end is telling you a lot. You get a lot of feedback and response for the car, and it's actually really fun. You've not got huge amounts of power, but you've got enough, and you've got enough play with the car. That's what makes it enjoyable. And I think if you're a driver's driver, you like handling over straight line speed, and if that's the type of person you are, I think those are the type of people that buy the MX-5. Now, this model has a Bilstein suspension, and everyone knows Bilstein is a cracking suspension. So there's a little bit of roll in the car, but it's more feedback roll than I think, oh, it's really sluggish. This would be a great road trip car because you get over 40 miles to the gallon. It's not too noisy, it's still great fun to drive. You can fit just enough in the boot for a weekend, and if you're doing something maybe like the NC500 or a road trip over to Wales, I think you'd really enjoy it in this car. Now, I'm not usually a fan of convertibles, and this one is luckily a hardtop version. So although it does add a little bit more weight, I prefer something with the look of a hardtop than a soft top, and it's also easier to maintain. Of course, it's always a possibility that you're out for a nice leisurely drive, and we're in England, so then it starts to rain. So how quickly can we get the roof up? So it's this button here, so it's down for up, which is already completely wrong. Oh. As simple as that. Now, I don't think you'd get too soaked unless it was a torrential rainstorm. So going on to the inside, we have the lovely cream leather trims all here to match the seats. Some really sporty, nice little seats here, and even a cup holder and a little box there. Also got some more storage in here. So there's plenty of bits and pieces around for storage, but again, it's a little two-seater sports car, you're not buying it for space. So you've got a gearbox, again, like I say, it's in a really, really comfortable place to have. You've got all your climate control here, you've got heated seats, luxury. All your entertainment system is controlled here, so again, it's really easy to access. It's all very, very simply laid out. Now, the screen itself, again, like I say, it's big, it's bold, it's clear, which is a really, really nice thing to have. There we go. So it's got everything you need: sat nav, telephone, media, applications. Oh, what's that? It's got Apple CarPlay as well. There we go. Thank you, Dan and Adams, for your phones. But yeah, so like I say, it's got all the mod cons you need in a really comfy, sporty feeling cockpit, and yeah, you feel like you're in a really cool car with this. And of course, the best button here is the traction control off, and it's really nice to be in a car where you can fully turn the traction control off in a modern car, whereas usually they only let you half turn it off and don't give you full control. So that's a button to go for. It does feel a lot more compact now the roof is up, but I think that will just add to the sporty feel of it. Now, the new Mazda MX-5s, they have all the technology in it. We've got cruise control, we've got radio, sat nav, a nice little touch screen here as well. Heated seats is always a great one. And like I say, I keep repeating it, but you've got the sporty fun car, but then you've also got everything you need to be comfortable and to have it as a normal car. It's too nice a day not to make use of this. So with this car having all the mod cons, one thing that does matter to a lot of people, and of course myself, is how good is the sound quality. And can you have a nice summer cruise with the hood down and enjoy your music at the same time? The brakes in this are very firm, they're really, really nice, and you can feel the front hunker down really well, which is what you want, because in a track situation, if you can get the front to hunker down well, with there being no weight at the back, it's going to come round nice and easily and help you corner so much nicer. But even on the road, so much fun. I think maybe a smaller steering wheel might complement this car pretty well. Just to make it feel a little bit more, again, nimble and suit the handling of the car, and you'll get a little bit of a better feel. But for what this particular car is built for, which is enjoyment on the road, it's actually really nice to hold and very comfortable. 0 to 60 on this car is about 6.5 seconds, so you're looking on terms with your hot hatches, but with that sporty feel. Now, again, you're looking at some of the rivals. You have Lotus Elise, for example, a Xenos, and completely out there different. Alpine, Alfa Romeo 4C. They're all so much more expensive, but yes, a little bit more performance, but actually you don't necessarily get all the comfortable aspects and tech and everything like you do in the Mazda. So that's why I think this is so popular, is because people want a sporty two-seater car, but they don't want to have to give up heated seats, radio, sat-nav. And Mazda have allowed you to do that. I've just seen another MX-5. Friends! I feel the nice thing with MX-5s as well, there is a really big community and a very supportive community. I'd love to take one to a skid pan and get the back end skipping. I think it'd be so much fun. And I've heard from people as well that they're quite controllable, and it's not a scary skid. The reversing camera on this is actually such a nice little luxury. Beautifully done. The handbrake is in a bit of a weird position, but that's just me being picky now. To conclude my 2021 Mazda MX-5 review. Now again, this is the GT Sport Tech, it's the top of the range, every bit and bob that you want on it. And I can see why they're so popular, and I've really had so much fun driving this around, and I can see why so many people love them. The handling, the whole setup of the car is just built around fun and enjoyment while still maintaining those mod cons, the luxuries, the comfort. And because of that, I think it is the most reasonable sports car that you can get at a good price. So if you're on a budget and you're looking for something that's exciting, it's fun, it's not going to break the bank, Mazda MX-5. And again, a huge thank you to Nunns Mazda in Grimsby for letting me loose in their MX-5 today. They're one of the country's best Mazda garages, and also they were there in the original Formula 1 competition, so it's nice to come full circle and come back to where it all started. So make sure you check them guys out, I'll pop the link below. But let's now say goodbye. You guys know the drill. To make my journey your journey, like, follow, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!